Let's start with the EFF MP, Sihle Lonzi's removal from Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Higher Education. Why exactly was he removed?
So the meeting yesterday was convened to get a briefing from the department on what is it that they would have done in implementing the forensic investigation from Duja at construction SETA. And then when the meeting started, I indicated to members that I have received 2 letters from 2 political parties who are serving in our committee, one from Honorable Khakhaw of the DA and one from Honorable Sihle Lonzi of the MKP. And they were asking if the list that, or the so-called leaked list that is doing the rounds, if it's true.
Yeah.
I responded to members and indicated that we have not received any list of anybody who's appointed at the SETAs, so we advise members not to reduce the meeting of Parliament to a gossip that tomorrow the minister can come and say it's not true. So the meeting then deliberated on the matters and agreed that I must write to the minister, which I did whilst in the same meeting, indicated to her that she must give us or release the list if she is appointed by Monday, 19 February. The committee agreed that we will then not speak on this matter. We'll continue with discussing the matters of the day, which was on the agenda, which was adopted. Sihle Lonzi, Mr. Lonzi was not in the meeting at the time. He arrived late. When he arrived, he then wanted to change the decision that has been taken by members of all political parties who are participating in or who are deployed to participate in the Committee on Higher Education. As the chairperson, I had the responsibility to inform him that the matter that he wants to raise has already been agreed to by the committee, the committee resolution.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, whether you like it or not, but you must adhere by it because you were not there. So he continued to disrupt meetings, and we had to apply Rule 66 and Rule 70 of the National Assembly by ejecting him because he refused the presiding officer's ruling, but also was unruly when other members of all political parties in the meeting called him to order, tried politely to tell him that that matter will be referred to next week, as we have already agreed. So he refused.
The question that he was asking, though, is whether the DG of Higher Education is aware that Gwede Mantashe's son has been appointed as the chair of one of the SETA boards. Why couldn't the DG answer that question? I mean, from the recording I saw of that meeting, you don't give the DG the opportunity to respond for himself if he's willing to respond to that question or not. But the question was not about whether or not he makes the appointments. The question was whether he is aware that appointments have been made and aware that Gwede Mantashe's son has been appointed as the chair of the SETA board and that his advisor has also been appointed. And I suppose the point I'm trying to make, Daboko, is that is an issue that has really concerned a lot of South Africans. Many people have seen that list that has been leaked, and the question they've had is, oh my goodness, is this true? Couldn't it have worked for an assurance to come from a DG of Higher Education to say, I can't get into the details, the minister will come and explain what happened because she makes the appointments, but here's what I can share with South Africans who are rightfully concerned about these appointments that are really raising eyebrows? Because that's what Parliament is there for, right?
Yeah, no, the first thing we must clarify is that that's not the question he asked. I think the question he asked was that, DG, are you aware of the appointments that have been made? And he only mentioned the name of Minister Mantashe's child when he was being evicted. I think if you can check the video, it will confirm that part. But members of the Portfolio Committee who agreed, who took a resolution, had many questions to ask to the DG. But we correctly said the DG has got, the department has got absolutely no role to play in the appointment of anybody in the SETAs. That is Section 11 of the Skills Development Act that gives the minister. We had then agreed that asking the DG will be asking for gossip in Parliament. The DG does not play a role. The minister does not report to the DG. If the minister was reporting to the DG, we would have allowed the DG to say, yes, the minister has appointed and has sent me the list, but the minister has no obligation to send to the DG, has no obligation to send, and therefore we said we will now be reducing the meeting to gossip.
But who do the SETAs then respond and report to?